Good morning. How y'all doing? I'm gonna put on the spot, but I don't really, I can do a poem. It's called Things That Make You Go. Things that make you go. I want to go to college. Get educated so I can be an asset and contribute to society. The government tells me they're broke. Don't have any money to financially aid me as I struggle to pay tuition. But didn't have just enough money for room and board to incarcerate me for 5+ years. Feed and clothe me, and pay salary and benefits for folks to ensure I don't escape. You mean they would much rather provide every amenity for me to rot in jail as weeds grow out of my mind to provide assistance to help me attend an institution of higher learning so they can water my potential with books and blossoms into success? You know, I feel for the pedophiles. And no, I'm not talking about the ones out there really molesting children. You know, my heart goes out to that 19-year-old who got with that 17-year-old. Parents found out, got upset, and then pressed charges. Nice label for life. Having to register every 30 days just to have this picture name plastered at your local grocery store and newspaper. Can't work, can't live anywhere, being forced to continuously move because he's always considered a potential threat to the safety of our children. But you have these Catholic priests who fondle several generations of little boys. No prosecution, no profile label. He gets to keep his job and all he receives is a transfer paper. Police drives past a drug transaction and prostitution in progress just to give me a ticket for not wearing my seatbelt. Now streets of drugs and ladies of the night really just isn't that important. I mean, no revenues are generated from those citations. Police can give about my safety. A donation is all they seek from unlocal drivers operating motor vehicles. Heck, what's next? Yes, they'll start giving out tickets to people having unprotected sex. Walking with your shoelaces untied, and even cigarette smokers. I mean, all those are detrimental to our safety and well-being. We destroy a country because we're at war with them. Then turn right around and send funds to help them rebuild their infrastructure. If all we wanted to do was tear something down just to build it back up again, how about we demolish some of these poverty-stricken compounds we call projects people are living in and renovate, restore in? We have hungry, homeless people begging for a decent meal on these street corners of this mighty country. I know you're familiar with this sign, will work for food. But we have the nerve to have professional competitive eating contests. You mean we must sit around and watch 5 people eat the equivalent of what 50 would feast on instead of just taking that food and feed 50 hungry people? And you know what the kicker is? Whoever does win the contest gets a paycheck. $60,000 vehicle, $5,000 in rims and tires, $2,000 in paint.
Talk about it.
$10,000 sound system.
Talk about it.
Another $5,000 in car alarm and car accessories. We have an $82,000 car investment, but don't have a garage.
Talk about it.
And you wonder why we still stuck. Can't come up. Feeling like we're out of luck. Man, wake up. The acceptance and willingness of those knowingly entering into relationships with folks that are already spoken for is alarming. Wow. Are the pickings that slim that we are willing, really, more than willing to share someone? Does anybody value the boundaries of a relationship anymore? How the heck we want first class amenities but accept coach treatments? And speaking of infidelity, boy, Tiger, when it rains, it pours. You got caught cheating, and as a result, you got beaten with your own golf clubs. Chased from your home in the wee hours of the morning bare feet. Car windows smashed in. And in your desperate attempt to get away, you drive over 5 just before hitting the tree. Now, throughout the whole ordeal, I've never heard one speculation of Tiger ever raising one finger in retaliation at his wife. You know what? He's the real hero of the story to me. But let's flip the situation for a second. Tiger beats Caucasian wife with golf clubs. Chases her from their home in the wee hours of the morning bare feet. Smashes in the windows of her car. And in her desperate attempt to get away, she drives over a fire hydrant just before hitting the tree. Now, church, you tell me, where would Tiger be? Oh, he would have went to court all right. But it wouldn't have resulted in the custody of his children or a $750 million divorce settlement. See, I can talk all day long about the things that make you go. Like how preachers are peppered from the pulpit using their position to further add notches to the belt instead of souls to the kingdom, talking about let's go back to my chamber so we can touch and agree. Well, let's talk about the politicians with no public service scratching the backs of those donating to the campaigns, which is big business, totally ignoring the taxpayers in there. Every decision only focusing on the lobbyists with their special interests. Well, let's talk about the health insurance industry, who's seeing 200% and 300% profit margin growth year after year after year, because they're continuously denying people policies they're paying on, sweeping everything under the rug of pre-existing history. Well, let's jump on our children who can't read, can't write, can't spell, and won't add, but can turn the TV on the TV every song that plays on BET, and all that cares to do is to teach you how to study. How about you teach me how to study?
Okay. All right.
You see, I can go on and on and on about the things that make you go. And possibly come up with some solutions that kind of make this place just a little better place to be. But for me to do that, it'll kind of be like having a beat with no rhythm, a teacher without a lesson, a preacher with no sermon, and a poet without a message. It'll kind of be like having a clock with no time, a rapper with no rhyme, a back without spine, and a joke with no punchline. It'll be more like having faith with no religion, a car crash without a collision, an answer, and no decision, an opponent with no opposition. I think it would be best described as having an achievement with no goal and a spirit, no soul. You see, all this stuff is just nonsense. It's sort of like having a sentence with a period that's missing a predicate. It don't make sense. It's more like a fragment. Read a piece of literature comprised of 66 books that tells me my body, this earth, is nothing more than a temporary waiting room. It's not permanent. So why should I care to fix a place that will perish, fade away, and not built nor meant for me to stay anywhere?